What's up, guys? Vlad Ethereum running. What's up, guys? All right. No, not what's up, guys. What the fuck is the intro? What's up, gentlemen? Capital gentlemen. What's going on? Your CEO, Vlad Ethereum, and today we're talking about portfolio allocation in Cardano to get to $450,000 valuation by 2025. Incorporating a couple of things like capital gains with Cardano and then strategy. But of course, we have to understand the asset that we're getting into, so we're going to simplify it along the way. So let's just get started, right? So, first goal, capital gains. Your position right now, though, is your net worth has been below $10,000, and you've never had more than that in your entire life for a couple of months. Maybe you got lucky a couple of times, and you know, maybe you've built something up actually for yourself, but you've never been able to turn it into anything more than that. And maybe there's also some people on here really that haven't even scratched 4K net worth in their entire lives for more than a year or so, and that's exactly what we're trying to change. If you've been already been participating in crypto and you possibly missed out on the last accumulation phase, I mean, you came in at the 2021 top in April and in November, right? You bought shit coins during that time period or in the accumulation phase before, or you did the right steps and coming in when no one cared in 2018, but you bought in the shit coins, and or you didn't buy in the shit coins and you round trip from basically $250 ETH back down to an $800 ETH, and you didn't take any profits because you thought Ethereum was going to 10K. You didn't take profits because you thought Bitcoin was going to 150,000, and you decided to listen to the media when the media actually gives you an indication when the top of the market is in, and you decided to go with the narrative instead of the facts of where is this liquidity coming from, and you didn't even figure that much out. I could go on about how you fumbled the bag, but that's not the point we're trying to make here. The point we're trying to make here is we're coming back with a bigger and better strategy. And let's just get into the second part of the context, right? Building a portfolio with a DCA strategy using our cash flow. While we DCA, we're planning our entry and we're planning our exit before we even get this position. We got to know what we own. We're going to go over Cardano as a smart contract platform, why it's taking up market share, and why it's not going to lose a certain percentage of market share. Cardano doesn't have to be the number one blockchain for me to make money off of it. I don't believe it's going to be the number one blockchain. I don't think it's going to beat Ethereum, but I think it has a lot of room to compete and take up market share in its own community that is for sure going to be buying in, and even potentially in the future, depending on how 2024 and 2025 plays out, attracting smart money investors and potentially more institutions. I know it's only few and far in between institutional wise that own Cardano, but I guess we'll find out, going forward. But it also has its own unique goal in the smart contract space, which is for all the, well, I'll simplify it. It's basically supposed to be like a decentralized version of Bitcoin that is a smart contract platform, but that is actually meant for smart contracts. It's not proof of work, of course, but that's the best way I could describe it, I guess. It's not anything close to Bitcoin. Like, Bitcoin will always be Bitcoin, and it's not taken up its number one spot. Neither is it going to replace it. But I think you get what I'm saying. Okay, maybe that was a bad phrase. I say you take Ethereum, and then imagine the Ethereum Foundation stepping away and on a long-term basis and giving it over to the community. Ethereum Foundation is never going to do that, but that's currently the ultimate plan with Cardano, to give it over to the community so it can run on its own, similar to Bitcoin. And that's kind of the narrative there. We're also going to talk about portfolio management, risk analysis, technical analysis, staking and staking ratio, on-chain data, tools for portfolio tracking, and long-term and a short-term mindset. We're also going to talk about building a portfolio, right? And section A and section B. I don't know why I just said that. You can see it. And yeah, hold on. I'd say I got everything here. All right. Here we go. All right, so dollar cost averaging and diversification. So we have a DCA goal of 60K ADA, right? And we're going over how much US dollars some of you might have a month. If you don't have $100 to fucking spare a month and you're above the age of fucking 18, I'm sorry to say, you're fucking up in life. I get if you're a teenager watching this video, but there's legitimately no reason you shouldn't have $100 a month to spare, especially if you live in the US and you have limited expenses. So obviously this isn't going to be for every demographic. I hate when people say that, crypto entries gotta fucking cater to people that have no fucking money, when this is literally a competitive ass market and nobody gives a fuck. If you don't have any money, I'm sorry to tell you, this is a cutthroat game. And if you don't got what it takes to simply put in $100 a month to actually like legitimately think and use your brain to come out with any possible way to make $100 extra a month, when you could simply take up a few extra hours at work or something like that, you buy less coffees, stop drinking, stop smoking, it minimize your liability expenses, and you still have shit that you basically, you're like, I don't know, some of you guys are in college, you don't have to eat out as fucking much if you're with your parents. Like I don't feel bad for Americans that have legitimate ways, keyword legitimate ways, to spare $100 or more a month and choose not to. I was homeless investing $700 a month into this shit. So I don't want to hear fucking anything when you're like, oh, I can't afford, who gives a fuck, bro? I was at the bottom of a barrel. Granted, I had a good situation where I didn't have to have any kind of bills. But then again, that was for a limited time frame, bro. 2 years of that is not a long time, especially when you're an adult. You're going 18, 19, 20. And if I fuck up and I have no money to have for rent, at the end of the day, I'm double more fucked than I would have been in the first place had I just not entered the game. I don't want to hear that bullshit talking about, well, Vlad, you had no expenses. No. I had no expenses, but I had a fuck ton of I had that small percentage chance that I was going to fuck up everything. And after the time I had to get my shit together, I wasn't going to have any more time and no more money. So fuck that shit. You're good. You're good. So assuming you're DCAing $100 a month, within this range, we're talking about getting in within this range of 25 cents to 4 cents. And the reason why we're talking about that range is because we're not going to sit here and act like we want to be buying like the fucking normies anything above, really, in my opinion, 50 fucking cents. I'm not buying this shit above 50 cents. Like, what the fuck? Like, this is the best risk to reward ratio right now, because we know the market only has so much more room for a downturn. So why the fuck will we wait until above $1 to start buying in our real position for the bull market to what? You buy at $1 to get a 7x? Bro, fuck that. We're not, no. 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 I'm going for 25x to 30x. Straight up. Straight up. And by 30x, I mean 100 times 30. 100 times 26. Not on some 20, not on some bullshit under, 10% a year. No, this ain't the bullshit stock market, bro. But yeah. So $100 a month, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, tier 5, 100, 500, 1,000, 1,500, and 2.5K, right? So 488 to 250 ADA, and we're basically keeping these tokens until we're basically, I mean, I've already got my fucking position, by the way, so I'm not DCing anymore. I've got my bag, bro. I don't have to do shit. I can just sit the fuck down, get passive income on Cardano with staking, pay the capital gains on the staking, and I keep the rest of that, funnel that into the long-term cap gains, and then bada bang, bada boom. But assuming you've got cash flow or you've stacked some dry powder on the sidelines, because if you've been paying attention in crypto, and you've been DCing from top to bottom, and you didn't recognize, and at one point you just needed to either A, wait to buy in, or either B, get some money because you blew all the saving opportunities. You had to just short the market while saving, and you blew that, so you had to get more income or side hours, more hours to compensate. Whichever path you chose, I'm talking out of experience when I say those things, because both of those happened to me in 2022. We're talking, assuming you've got actual income and you've got a little bit of time left, which 8 months into the Bitcoin halving really isn't a lot of time, assuming we've been in a fucking bear market for basically 2 years at this point, damn near. So it's kind of like, I mean, I don't know, like, this isn't a lot of time, but it's like if you have the access to resources in this situation, this is the best case scenario that I could think of in order to actually not waste the opportunity of the biggest bull market that is coming up because of the Bitcoin halving in 2024, going through to 2025, topping out, in about another 28 months from now, in the altcoin season, probably a little bit before that, right? So moving on, when I say, total ADA after the monthly ADA, just remember that it's after 8 months. So after 8 months of accumulation, and that 8-month time frame is over, because that's when the Bitcoin halving starts, or it's not starting. It is just input into the network to start the bull run in, I think, like what, April or May 2024, right? So DCing $100 a month for 8 months. With this price range, you get about 3.2K ADA to 2,000 ADA. DCing $500 per month. Within that range, you get 2K ADA to 1.25. Is that a cat? Got a cat in here. There are a couple. DCing 500 resulting in 2K ADA to 1,250 ADA. After 8 months, 16,000 to 10,000. $1,000 a month, 4K ADA to 2.5K ADA, resulting in 32,000 to 20,000 ADA by the halving. DCA in 1,500 per month, buying 6,000 ADA to 3.7K ADA per month, resulting in 48,000 ADA to 30,000 ADA, right? And then you assume, I mean, I couldn't do that last one. I stopped at tier 3, basically. That's what I was working with in the bear market, so I don't want to hear shit talking about you had it fucking easy. Like, no. I had a little bit of help, but this work No, I had to put in a lot of work for this shit. So, you know, if let's say miraculously you're able to DCA 2.5K a month, I don't know why you'd be watching this video. Clearly, I think you make more fucking, like, you obviously make more money than me at this point. Like, like, as in, you're spending 2.5K a month and it's not phasing you. I say you're ahead of the curve. I don't know why you're watching me, but I guess you really see something here then. But assume, or miraculously you're able to do that because of a certain event that results in your life financially, and you want to figure out where to put that money. Okay, maybe that's your situation here. So resulting in, at this price range, buying 10,088 per month to 6.2K 88 per month, right? After 8 months, right? Going into the Bitcoin halving, you have about 80K 88 or 50K 88, right? So now we're going to be looking at the USD valuation. USD equivalents, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4. So you have the range that I discussed above in tier 1. You would at USD valuations between $5 to $8, you would approximately have 16K US dollars to 10,000 US dollars at a price range of $5 per ADA. At a price range of $8 for ADA in tier 1, you'd get about $25,600 to $16,000 at a price of $8. And I just want to interrupt this before I get to tier 2. You don't necessarily have to leave at exact dollar price ranges and cash the fuck out all the way at just that one number. You can DCA out. You can go 10%, 20%, 30%, 40%. Like, it legitimately, it damn near doesn't matter. It damn near doesn't matter once you hit a certain number, because as long as you tell yourself that you're leaving at a certain number, no matter the fuck what, I say, like, you're good for the most part. And as long as you don't, in the middle of the bull run, tell yourself that, oh, it can go higher past what you already foresaw in the bear market, you're good. But if you do that greed shit, you're going to get fucked up. You're going to lose all your gains. And then you're going to be like, damn, I was greedy. Like, it's really not like, what I don't fucking understand about people that don't know how to cash out, I'm like, do you just not visualize yourself cashing the fuck out and going to like the Louis V store for a week and still being fine? Because I guarantee you, when I make that fucking money, I'm going to the Louis V store every fucking day for a week. Like, I'm not going to buy the maxed out shit every time, but I'm going to go every day for a week. And I'm going to go on fucking StockX and get a bunch of Supreme shit. I'm going to get a bunch of Off-White shit. Like, you got to at least motivate yourself to cash out. Right. Now, I'm not telling you to do that with $16,000, nor am I telling you to do that with 25. I wouldn't even tell you to do that shit below $200,000. But if you're going to be making above $200,000 in this next bull market, and you need to motivate yourself to cash the fuck out and not be greedy, just imagine yourself actually using the capital gains that you've acquired. But back to what I'm saying, tier 2, at a price range of $5 per ADA, you're walking away with 80K USD to 50K USD. Really, I'd say if I had to start over now, if I had to start over right now, I'd be like, okay, no way in fuck. I'd be like, if I had to start over right now, no way in fuck am I going to tier 5. That's not going to happen unless some miraculous shit happens, within the next 8 months for my income. Fuck, I might not even get to tier 4. But I know damn sure I can do better than tier 1. So I can see myself falling in between tier 2 and tier 3. And obviously, the more you fuck around with your time, the less of a tier you would fall into, assuming that you're not making enough money to DCA, to even get the ADA valuation, to get this USD valuation at the next all-time high price ranges. Right? So, moving on, tier 3, at a price range of $5 per ADA, 160K to 100,000, right? Looking at 20K per ADA. No, not 20K. At $8 per ADA, tier 3, 256,000 to 160,000, right? Tier 4. Now, when you get into tier 4, you're really dealing with some major shit. Like, you've actually I'd say you sped the fuck run out of everybody. Cause like in my opinion, I say my target market's for people that are 25 and under. People that are 25 and under that can achieve a net worth of 240,000 with no debt, no bad credit. If you're some of the lucky few like me that is going to be achieving shit like that, I mean, shit. Like I'm not even saying I'm specifically gonna have 250,000, but I'm not gonna get on here and act like I'm not running a fucking business. Like, yes, we're not gonna be touching dog poo money. Like, what the fuck? I've been doing this for 3 years, and you think I'm going for a measly $25,000? Like, no, bro, no. But the point I'm saying is, if you're especially with this market being catered to younger people, because we're the only people that give a fuck about this tech, mostly. I say, all right, sure, bro. Like, you really end up cashing out in a tier 4 league. It's not. This isn't a thing that people use. This is just something I came up with, right? You cashing out in a tier 4 league, and let's say you don't even hit $8. You cash out at $6, bro. What the fuck? What the fuck, bro? You're cashing out with 300K flat, 30% of a million. 30% of a million, bro. You're in a league of your own. Bro, you even if you fuck up 50% of that money between now and the next bull run, you're buying Ethereum at, let's say the next low is 1.5K. Bro, you get a fucking 100 Ethereum for 150,000. Ethereum runs up to 15,000 each. You're a fucking millionaire. And that's just this fucking game. That's why I love this game, because this is the part where we all say fuck everyone that doubted us. We go to fucking Cabo and ball out on their ass. Because we said fuck the Matrix. Obviously pay your taxes, that's not what I'm talking about. But we said, I'm not even going to say fuck the Matrix, that's cringe. But what I'm saying is, we legitimately put in the work to get 6-figure incomes and net worths, be single bachelors that are jacked as fuck. And if you're not jacked, you legit have no reason to not be. You got all the time in the world to fund yourself on some fitness shit. Fund yourself on some investing shit. Fund yourself on that clothing brand. Like, bro, once you get this much money to allocate to your personal well-being, health, mindset, business venture, your next business venture, and you already know what you're gonna do to multiply that money, like keyword, you already know what you're gonna do to multiply that money. You take 50%, you put it back in. You take about 20%, you put that into the new venture. You live off that other 30% for the next top to bottom, while you have your active income and your side hustle. Like, we're talking about, bro, this is a real fucking business mindset. That's just what it is here. Moving on, tier 5. So, 80K ADA to 50K ADA. You're talking about a 400, bro, at $5 fucking dollars, you're talking about 400 fucking thousand. At $5, you're talking about 400,000. At $5. $5, bro. That's not even doubling the old all-time high. Doubling the old all-time high is at $6. So what do you think is gonna happen? Bro, that's game. That's game. You don't even have, bro, like certain digits, if it's your first time hitting them digits, fuck what else you got to gain at that point. Cause it doesn't even fucking matter. You get to leave scot fucking free and not risk anymore. Like, in my opinion, if I was in tier 5, I'd be cashing out at 400,000. If I was in tier 5. Right? Because why, like, sure, I could make, you see the best valuation that I think is possible, 640,000. But why the fuck, who cares if I make an extra 240K? Bro, like if we're talking about semantics here, 400,000 and 600,000 are still close to 500,000 either way. Obviously one is less, but when we're talking about what's technically close to 500,000, for you to risk the entire position just for an extra 100,000 past that 500 million mark, no, not 500 million, 500,000 mark, like, I don't see why you have to. Me personally, I'd cash the fuck out at 400K. But me getting back to, just saying tier 5, 400K to 250,000 at a valuation of $5 USD. 640,000 to 400K at a price of $8 USD. So, legitimately, like, and especially if we drop to ranges like 15 cents per ADA, because I bought my entire position at 26 cents. Straight up. I was buying ADA for a second at $3 and I said nah. But bro, I bought my entire position at 26 cents. Bro, I'm good. Sometimes it's not about getting the low. Sometimes it's about locking in that potential multiplier. My potential multiplier, bro, I get a 10x as soon as we go to $2.60. I get a 20x as soon as we go to $4 and what? No, I get a 20x as soon as we go to $4 and $5.20. Bro, I don't even have to get a 30x like I want to. Bro, I'm probably gonna leave just straight up at 26x and be like, all right, fuck, this is fine. Because 26x on the amount of ADA that I have right now, which is going to remain undisclosed, I'll put it like this. I'm not in fucking tier 2. I am not in tier 2. I'm past that shit. Fuck tier 2. Bro, I'm running off bands. And here's the thing. Everybody I know is never going to see me again. Right? Because you don't get this much money and go fuck with the old people that know you. You don't. I just find that hilarious. Like, why would I do that? I'm just saying, like, I'm not in tier 2. I've been doing this shit for 3 years. I'm not in tier 5. If I can get to tier 5, if I can get to, like, if I can get to a tier 6, which isn't even on here, I'll try, but I'm comfortable as fuck with what I got now. I don't give a damn. Like, for real. But moving the fuck on, right? Talking about possible diversification. Now, I'm not diversified at all. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I also don't give a fuck. Right now I'm at ADA Maxi. And it's not because I actually think it's the future. It's not because I'll put it like this. I think ADA is a good competitor in the future, but I still think it has a lot to prove. But I think right now with the narrative out there, and especially with all the liquidity coming in the space, it doesn't have a choice but to get dragged up, number one. And they have delivered everything that they said they were going to deliver. So technically, I'm in a good front right now because they've set themselves up to compete with Solana better than they ever have in the past. That's why they're number 7 instead of number 9 like Solana is, right? The fact of the matter is that Solana's TVL has dropped in Sol, while ADA's total value locked in ADA has hit an all-time high. Like, I'm taking in valuations like that. I'm taking in how they got AGIX on here and how that's going to attract possibly a bunch of institutional players to get in the AI blockchain. I'm taking into account how these DEXs like MinSwap token at the first one, right, is going to attract a bunch of fucking liquidity because people are going to be looking at it like a Uniswap type, opportunity, right? I'm looking at things like World Mobile Token, even though that I'm not invested in it, that is going to be competing with Solana off the basis that World Mobile Token is going to be competing for damn sure with Helium Network. They're both mobile service tokens. But it's the fact of the matter is, I know World Mobile Token is going to be competing with that. It's like Cardano has actually laid up, like, here's the thing. If you've been around since 2021, April, you know that smart contracts weren't out in April. You know that the Alonzo hard fork did not happen in April. The most we had to, or no, what the fuck was it? What's it? What's it called? Shit, I'll get into it later. I fucking forgot all the stages. But a certain percentage of stages wasn't able to be put out until midway through the bull run. And DeFi liquidity just didn't enter the ecosystem until mid depths in the bear market. So my thing is, if we've been gaining liquidity in the bear market, Cardano TVL hasn't even hit above $1 billion yet. Cardano total value locked is only half of what Solana has. Solana has 300 million, while ADA has 160 million. Bro, the fact of the matter is, the fact that it's even going to be competing with Solana is going to take up market share. That's a fact, in my opinion. And speaking of fact, I think Fact Token right here, which is an Oracle, I feel like it would be better if they integrated with Chainlink. But is somehow Fact Token in the 2029 bull run is able to compete with fucking Chainlink? I'd be damn surprised, but I feel like the Oracle game is something that Cardano lacks a little bit, but it's not out of the window that Cardano gets integrated with Chainlink. So, I'm not too worried. So moving on, right? That's your position. That's our context. That's our portfolio. We're going to talk about the other shit. And we're going to talk about risk management right now. So, strategy one, my strategy, this is 100% of my fucking position. Not going to hold you like it is. Do I give a fuck? Like, no. I really don't. I really don't. Because I'm going to be set up so fucking well to the point where I'm like, yeah, it doesn't matter what I do. Because the fact of the matter is Cardano is currently delivering. They haven't fucked up enough to where I'm like, nah. If they still manage to build in a bear market, it's gone. It's I don't know. I basically stated everything I have to say about it in terms of why I'm 100% in Cardano. But I'm not dig riding the token though. That's the thing. I'm still planning on cashing out. Right? I'm still planning on diversifying back into Bitcoin in the next bear market, getting a lot more risk averse cryptos that I know are gonna go the fuck up, like a lot more Bitcoin. Right? Getting back in with my same Cardano position, but this time it doesn't have to be, above 200,000. I can get the same position back for, let's say, $20,000 in the next bear market, and I still have all that cash to spare. And then I run the same play fucking again. I get more Ethereum. Shit like that. You could do strategy 2, 50%. Some people let this lead their portfolios. I don't think that's a bad play, right? But some people do let this lead their portfolios. I say strategy 3, 30% of portfolio or less. I'd say at that point, you're not really focused on a tier-based system, but you're buying into basically, you could focus on a tier-based system with all these, even with maybe 20% or 10% or less, but I say you have to have a lot more liquidity if you're chasing these tiers that I came up with. And, it's like, because most people on here don't have more than $1,000. I know that. Most people on here don't have more than, let's say, even if you have quote unquote money in crypto, most people in crypto don't have over 5K straight up. So you got to think about it like that too. Assuming you're in the middle ground there though, 50% of your position, 30, that's not bad, because you're not going to be, if you want to turn it into some serious shit, some serious cash, how everybody wants to, but you don't want to go into an altcoin that's below even the top 10. You want to go for the highest return with the least amount of risk within the top 10 altcoins. I say Cardano's right there. I think Solana's damn near right there too, But I think Solana's a little bit more scary than Cardano, in my opinion. In my opinion. I think that Solana's going to do less of a multiplier. But I think Cardano and Solana, it's like out of the top 10 coins, those are going to perform the best. And then obviously Ethereum's going to outperform Bitcoin. Everything outperforms fucking Bitcoin in an altcoin season. But I mean, the point I'm trying to make is when you're looking for the risk adjusted returns, like there's a lot of altcoins that are not in the top 10 that are going to hit a 30x guaranteed. Some of them will, but you got to think about it like this. If ADA hits a 30x in its top 10 and your other shitcoin hits a 30x, but it's below top 100, it's like 110 or some shit. Why are you not just buying ADA for lower risk guaranteed? Something that's already in the billions. Because if you check the last bull run, to be in the top 50, you had to have $4 billion market cap. So what that's telling me is most of the shitcoins weren't getting past 1 fucking billion. What that's telling me is most shitcoins got shot the fuck down when they hit 2 billion and they couldn't make it into the top fucking 70. Because in order to get into the top 10, you got to think next bull run, you're going to have to be folding above fucking 70 fucking billion, 100 fucking billion, 200 fucking billion. Who's going to be doing that? Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, ADA. You know, ADA, Solana, whichever way you want to say it, in my opinion. That's just what I'm saying is like the risk management aspect of this play is I'm not focused on all the shitcoin opportunities that's going to be there in the DeFi ecosystem. I'm capitalizing on the fact that the layer 1's so cheap. I know I got a fuck ton of the layer 1 token, and I know DeFi, the Cardano DeFi has never been through a fucking bull run. I know it's going to absorb a certain percentage of market share just because of that. I know people are going to flood in to get these layer 1 tokens to transact regardless. So I'm like, all right, bet. That's my play. That's why I'm comfortable going 100% in Cardano. That's why I'm comfortable. It's the same way. It's the same reason why people are so comfortable going 100% Ethereum or 100% Solana. They each have their own risks, right? But you can't fault somebody for being 100% in anything when they're trying to get a better multiplier than Bitcoin and Ethereum within the top 10 of cryptos. Right, if you get what I'm saying, like legitimately, you're trying to get a better multiplier than Ethereum because Ethereum at this price range is going to go to $10,000 max, in my opinion. It could go higher than that, but I think max, right? You're looking at a 10K ETH. What, it's 1.5 fucking K right now? You're looking at what, a 7X? You're trying to get a 20x. There's not a lot of options that are layer 1 tokens, straight up, within the top 10. Even if you break that a little bit, you go top 20, there's still not a lot of good chains. So there's that. Portfolio to 450,000, Cardano 88. So I'm just going to end it here, turn this into part 1 and part 2. So next video, we're going to do Cardano simplified and the strategy. And then I'll have another video out when I make the next slideshow after this one. But I'm just honestly going to cut this and then post this and then have my other two fucking, my other two, Cardano simplified and strategy, next fucking video. But yeah, hopefully you guys like the video. Capital gentlemen here, because we're all capital gentlemen. We're all trying to figure out how to better our lives, as men, right? Not just getting obsessed over money, but understanding what God wants us to do in our lives. Although we struggle with sin, we're not consumed by it. The fuck, they got a cat in there. Although we may struggle with mental health or physical fitness, we're not going to let that stop us on our path to success, right? We're looking at different kinds of capital. Capital in our wealth, capital in our minds, capital in growing our relationship with God. You know, how we present ourselves to our family, taking care of them, presenting ourselves to future wives, you know, that, you know, you may want for yourself, you know, because there's no reason to have all this fucking money and not know how to be mature with a woman